Black Power. Y'all know what it is. I'm back. I'm back spitting the facts. Y'all go ahead and do what you need to do. Go and relax. Do what you got to do. Go and get your snacks. Whatever you're going to do, come on back. Get this vital information. This information, you probably already heard about it, but you're going to get my in depth thought on this particular situation. You feel what I'm saying? If this your first time coming into Underground Warrior TV, make sure you mash up them likes. Get them likes, 'cause that make a lot. Hit them likes. They help rotation. Um, Subscribe to the channel. We know we got to do that. I'm trying to eat like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for them folks no more. What I mean, work for them folks no more, not directly, like get the check. I'm talking about hustling these streets. Because when you hustle in these streets, you kind of help those people kill two birds with one stone. You feel what I'm saying? You sell the poison to the people. They be walking around like zombies. Then they get locked up. And then you get locked up. And then we all float back up on that slave plantation that they got for us called prison. That's the slave plantation too. Yeah, trust and believe that. But dig this, y'all. Did y'all go get them snacks? Y'all go get everything right. You got your beer, got your blunt, all that ready. Cause I'm a shock and amaze y'all, man, by what I be seeing, man. Now all we gotta do, man, is follow suit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm no leader in that, but listen to what I'm saying because it makes sense. It's just common sense. It's common sense. When we dealing with each other and when we beefing with each other, we use common sense. In war against each other, we successfully kill each other off, or we get out. One of us get out of dodge. We use our six senses when it comes to battling and going to war against our own people. It's just crazy. We need to use that at all times. If you're gonna be a warrior, you need to be a warrior at all times. Not just with your own people. You know, we have a propensity to know to be that warrior that we are by nature when it's time to go against your own people. And it's crazy. You know, you got to keep that same energy with everybody on the planet. See, if you keep that energy with everybody on the planet, check everybody in check, and that's what they're scared of. Us getting on one accord, being like that with everybody, because we possess that at one time. You know, they just didn't take Africa overnight. It took thousands of years, man, to get Africa, man. They just didn't get Africa overnight. It took many generations of white people and Asian people and Arab people to be able to get Africa. We only failed 400 years, 500 years. What was you doing before they showed up? What was your ancestors doing before they came up into the motherland? You feel me? Bam. We got a crazy story, man, out of El Paso County in Denver, in Colorado. You know, it gets crazy. You know, when you black, you try to do your own thing. You know, you trying to prosper as a people, and then you always got that jealousy mechanism. Always want to pull you down because the skin that you in. You cannot build an empire in the ghetto without the black people, your own people trying to tear it down. And then when you move outside the premise of the ghetto, you think everything is going to be okay. And you move out in a neighborhood where it's no black people, all white people. Even the police department is all white. And the police department don't want you in the vicinity, don't want you in the hood. And that's what happened to this couple that I'm about to speak about. You know what I'm saying? A black couple moves to El Paso County, Colorado in 2020. Nicole Mallory and Courtney Mallory. They buys this farm, acres of land. All of a sudden, livestock start coming up dead. Spray paint, nigger, leave. Their next door neighbor chases them, harasses them, call them niggers. Strange people walking past the house taking pictures. They've been terrorized and stalked since they've been on this property for 2 years. They have made 71, at least 71 calls to the police department in El Paso County, about their harassment from the white neighbors. See, this is a tactic to get them off their land. When you got the police working in unison with these people against you, you have lost the war. It's time to pack up your bags and get the hell out of there. When you got the police, see, that's what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. The police department worked with the locals. You cannot win. The government of America, Joe Biden and all the boys and presidents before Joe Biden, all of them know that this entity of racism still exists in all white neighborhoods. And black people trying to go to these racist neighborhoods. We talking about racist rural areas. Areas called sundown cities. These people that moved into a sundown city in El Paso County, Colorado. Now, it gets deep. Courtney Mallory, the brother, he puts his cameras pointed towards the neighbor's house because the neighbors coming over to the house, throwing eggs at the house, uh, spray paint nigger on their property, and they trying to record the actions so they can show it to the popo. That ain't how black people handle their business, but I can see that being in an all white neighborhood. But you had lost this battle. This is war. You in an all white neighborhood. So he puts his cameras up. The cops come out and take his camera down and let his neighbor have the cameras pointed towards his house. One day his cow got a loose. The couple's cow got a loose. They went out looking for the cow. They had it crossed by their neighbor's house. They said, "Don't shoot," because the neighbors real racist. They had their hands up. So the police took that recording as them antagonizing the white people. This is conventional racism, a customary hate. White people have an inclination and tendency to act in this manner. I'm not surprised. Foreman, wild black wild foreman. You can't even get your own farmland and do what you need to do to survive, to make a living. Nobody wants you to make a living when you black. Nobody. Black people always say, black people are the only people to hate on us when we get successful. You a damn lie. Everybody hates on black people. Your own kind hate, and everybody else that's not black, not African, don't want you to succeed. It's a damn shame. It's the world that we live in. This is 2023. All this incident happening with this brother and sister They have been arrested for complaining about their neighbor. So when the racist neighbors and the racist cops work together, that's a recipe for your death. That's a recipe for you to get fucked around. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921, the police worked with the neighbors, the white people. That's too much power. You have lost this war. I know a lot of people say, well, you can live where you want to in America. Now you can't. This is proof. This is El Paso. This is Colorado. This story real. You can look this up. Nicole Mallory and Courtney Mallory, black farmers being harassed and stalked, surely gonna be killed if they don't move up out of there. Now, they done got the world involved with this particular county. They targeted him, this sheriff, this that they've been, the sergeant that they've been calling. He told those people, if you keep calling here, we're going to arrest you guys. And that's what they did. They made up crime of stalking. All they did is had the neighbor call and say that your next door neighbor stalking. They called down into the wherever the sheriff location is. They called down there to El Paso County Jail, whatever they had. They called them and they hooked them up because they worked together. That's just like when I was in the pen. The Aryan Brotherhood, the Aryan Brotherhood, and the correctional staff worked together to get rid of certain particular inmate that's black. If you was locked up in the maximum penitentiary that I was in Lucasville, Ohio, the Aryan White Inmates Brotherhood will orchestrate a hit on a brother with the white guards. See, white even though in the penitentiary, the white man that's locked up is treated like a nigga too. But it's still that bond between him and the overseer. It's still that bond. There's still some type of bond. You feel me? We don't get that same type of level of respect when we incarcerated from the black guards. The black guards are scrutinized. You can't be too friendly. And the black women that work in there, they already tell them these dudes are very cunning. They try to get something up out of you because you're a woman. Watch them. They watch her, they scrutinize. So your brother and sister with that uniform on gotta act like your oppressor and oppress you too. Or beat you down on beat down time. For real. So listen, man, we got this case, man. It's uh it's getting real big. Uh uh the deputy sergeant Emory Ray. Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds. The El Paso County Sheriff Deputy Sergeant Emory Ray Gebhardt, he is the one that's abusing his power. He told the couple he would arrest them if they keep calling his department complaining about the neighbors. Um, Now, what's so crazy about that, the judge of that county is married to this dude, Gebhardt. Her name is Shannon Gebhardt. So when this brother and sister go to court, they're gonna have to go to court. They out on bond right now. They got the NAACP, the NAACP involved with this. It's some more black leaders. They try to put national exposure on this, but the local CBS News in um, this particular area in Colorado, El Paso County, where they at right now, the news in that area is the only one report this particular news. Now, it doesn't hit the world news like the world news that come on at night. It should be on world news. It should be on CNN. These kind of stories are hit. Maybe the locals news stations will give up this type of information. Just like we got a missing black woman here in this city, and she didn't hit the world news. You know what I'm saying? Because she could be anywhere. You know, but only Ohio gave up that kind of information. So a lot of these stories, man, be happening, and the mainstream media, they know what's going on. They keep that type of information hidden. That's why I prescribe the mainstream media for certain information, but I got to do my own research for information because they're not fully telling us what's really going on in the world. They can't come out and tell us what's going on in the world because the enemy that's responsible for what's going on in the world, which is white supremacy, own that media. White supremacy is the reason why what's going on in the world. Your government is white supremacy. Joe Biden, the administration, will not do nothing about the Tyree Nicholas situation. I told y'all he got on the phone. That's all show. His old ass gonna try to run again for president. 80 years old, sit your ass down. All you presidents, sit your ass down. Listen to black people, because y'all ain't doing shit for black people. Black farmers, harassed. Let me show y'all a little something.
Tonight, Fox 31 trying to get to the bottom of a viral controversy in El Paso County involving a black rancher claiming to be terrorized by his white neighbors and others in the predominantly white neighborhood.
The allegations involve trespassing, vandalism, racial slurs, brandishing weapons, and animal cruelty. And the story taking another twist yesterday when that rancher was arrested.
Fox 31's Talia Cunningham's been working this story for weeks now. Joins us now with what she's been learning from both sides. Tonight, Talia.
Well, Erica, Jeremy, Courtney Mallory and his wife Nicole were displaced in Hurricane Harvey, moving to El Paso County to start a new life. So their American dream quickly turned into a nightmare for them, telling me they've been harassed, chased, had their animals mutilated, and even more. Things escalating in recent weeks as they become more vocal online. So I talked to Courtney about 3 weeks ago before he was arrested, and he told me that he feared for his life. Now, we do want to warn you at home that some of this content may be considered graphic.
I'm being arrested.
Early Monday morning, Courtney Mallory was taken into custody.
Farming while black in America.
The rancher's story, one that's taken over social media.
We don't want to become a hashtag.
Nicole, a Marine, and her husband bought Freedom Acres Ranch in 2020. The couple claiming they face repeated acts of domestic terrorism by white residents on their own property. They say their dogs have been poisoned. Numerous farm animals have been slaughtered and gutted. Residents have been trespassing on their land, running over fence posts, burning their Black Lives Matter flags, spray painting racial slurs on their land, even waving guns at them. Photos show unknown vehicles blocking the couple's property and parking on their land. Even social media posts inquiring about pitchforks and fire sticks.
Lynching us, bringing a lynching mob, having a public hanging, fire. They wanted to lock us in and set us ablaze.
Mallory said they've called the sheriff's office countless times over the last 2 years, but have gotten no action or thorough investigations.
It is in fact El Paso County Sheriff's Office that is the main reason that we do not feel safe on our property.
The sheriff's office says they've investigated 19 different complaints and have responded to over 170 calls for service at Freedom Acres. In a statement, they claim the office vehemently denies all these allegations.
We're watching. The world is watching. get it right.
Now a coalition pushing for social justice and the couple's safety, including the NAACP.
That's ridiculous. At the end of the day, law enforcement should show up for everyone.
The National Association of Real Estate Brokers.
This is a direct violation of the Fair Housing Act.
And the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Colorado Holiday Commission.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Courtney was arrested yesterday, charged with stalking, petty theft, and tampering with a utility meter. His wife charged with the same crimes. Now she paid a $2,000 bond and was released. However, Courtney was not.
It looks like a bait and switch.
Activists and concerned citizens demanding answers last night, gathering at the detention center, conducting their own welfare check. Courtney appeared before a judge today, and his bond was increased to $6,000 and was paid for by the NAACP. He should be out of jail at this hour.
And I actually just received a text. Courtney is in fact out of jail tonight. We've also learned that his neighbor was arrested last year for violating a restraining order that he took out against her. And surprisingly, those same neighbors filed a restraining order this morning against Courtney. There's a lot of ongoing and previous protective orders.
What, you thought you was free in America? Well, they cold play the game with us. You think black people free in America? You got a whole police department in El Paso County working with the racist town against those black people so those black people can get out of town. See, they just want black people to be disenfranchised. There's a campaign against black people without white help. If black people try to do it on their own and build their own economy without white assistance, they hate that. That's jealousy. That's why I say, black people, we ain't got no friends. All we got is us. All we got is us, man. Y'all see what's going on right now, man, in America. So every time I drop one of these videos, I don't be coming with nothing fake. I'm coming with the truth. And I'm just cutting right through all the bullshit. And see, that's bullshit, how they live it. That's bullshit, how they live it. You can't move nowhere here in America and be safe in America when you black. If you move on the raggedy side of town, you got a couple dollars, people gonna be envying you because you got a couple dollars, your own kind. You know what I'm saying? We gotta set the line. We gotta get back to that village, man. We got to get back to the village, of running things on our own, man. Because we don't get back to that, man, we ain't going to be here no more. You know what I'm saying? That's war. That black farmer is at war. I don't know how you're going to survive being on the enemy's turf, with the police department in cahoots, in coercion. You feel me? That's a fortitude forest, a fortitude wall, man. When you got the law enforcement working with the town to run black people out of town. I'm thinking where they live at, it may be what they call a sundown city. They got that here in America. Mash up the likes, man. Share this video, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Leave comments below. Peace of love.